everyone. This is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, August 12th through Sunday, August 18th, 2019. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Angel Tarot deck by Jane Wallace for the main message for everyone. And we also have a bonus card back there that you can see, which is by Black Moon Astrology Cards by Susan Shepard. And then your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is also going to be from that same deck, the Black Moon Astrology Cards. And that's because we have a full moon in Aquarius this week. Yay! So just a reminder, if you haven't watched the monthly angel card reading for the month of August, please be sure to either go to my YouTube channel or my website to watch that in full to see what the energies are for the whole month. So let's go ahead and take a look at your stones of choice. Now, all of these stones of choice are actually the same. Although they look different, they're all Druzy quartz. They're just in different shapes here. And this Druzy quartz, and let me spell that for you, it's D-R-U-Z-Y. And the reason why they call it Druzy quartz is because it has that wonderful little sparkly energy to it. So when I give you the qualities of Druzy quartz, it's going to be the same for all three pieces, but all three pieces are different in its shape and color. So you're going to go with your intuition based on that. Now this Druzy quartz is a seashell. So you can see this side of the seashell. And then again, we have the sparkly side of the seashell. I'm just going to show you all three pieces first and then give you the qualities. Okay, the second piece is this beautiful dark blue, almost like a slate blue Druzy quartz. Okay, this reminds me kind of like of the night sky or the midnight sky, or maybe even the deepest parts of the ocean. Kind of reminds me of, you know, to me, universal energies, because I think of the sky and the stars in the sky here. And then the last piece of Druzy quartz is in the shape of a star. So here we again have this reference to the universal night sky with the star. So we've got the silver star, we've got that slate blue Druzy quartz, and we have the seashell Druzy quartz. Now Druzy quartz helps with healing on all levels. It helps on the level of the physical for physical healing, the mental for mental healing, and the spiritual for spiritual healing. Druzy quartz helps with relaxation, oh my gosh, where did that word come from? Relaxation and stress relief. This is a stone that can help you to connect with your own spiritual powers, like your healing abilities and your clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, you know, those intuitive spiritual powers. It's a great stone for group work, kind of those sparkly little energies. It's sort of like when we work with clusters, like an amethyst cluster or a clear quartz cluster. It's really good for group work to harmonize all the people in the group, that they're working towards the same ideal or the same goals. And the last thing is because it has, again, that sparkly energy. It's like a sprinkle of fairy dust. And so it's like that magical fairy energy that comes with the Druzy quartz. Again, I'm just going to show you here. We've got the seashell, so that's your first one of choice, the beautiful little seashell. We've got the slate blue Druzy quartz. Beautiful, beautiful deep color there. And then we've got the star Druzy quartz. Beautiful star. Okay, so as you're thinking about what your stone of choice is going to be for your special message card, let's talk a little bit about the astrology for the week. So I just want to recap briefly that last week, last Sunday, if you will, was when Jupiter, the planet of blessings, abundance, and prosperity, went to direct motion. And earlier in the week, last week, we had the Sun, which is in Leo right now, and Venus, which is also in Leo, both in a positive connection to Jupiter. And I'm bringing that up because this week, the first thing we're going to talk about this week is that on the 14th, on Wednesday, the Sun and Venus come together in the sign of Leo. And the reason why I think that I want to talk about again that Jupiter went direct last Sunday is because even though last week the sun first connected with Jupiter in a positive way, kind of bringing positive energies, expansion energies, abundance, blessings, and then Venus, which is also a planet of blessings, connected with Jupiter. So you had this dual energy because Jupiter is the great benefic or great beneficial planet of blessings, and Venus was the lesser benefic or the lesser beneficial planet, but still a planet of blessings that was also connecting with Jupiter. But Jupiter was coming to a standstill last week. It was stationing, it was slowing down as it was in its retrograde motion, and then it turned to direct motion on Sunday. So now that this Wednesday, the 14th, the Sun and Venus are coming together, they're still within range of connecting with Jupiter, which is now turned to direct motion. So what I feel like this is all about is a continuation of last week's abundance, prosperity, and blessings energy starting to unfold. Whatever was in the works last week, whatever was started or initiated, and whether it was initiated by you or it was initiated by the universe, I feel like there's something that maybe is coming into fruition now that Jupiter went direct this past Sunday, and then on Wednesday the Sun and Venus, which already connected with Jupiter, are now connecting with each other. So it's like that shining Leo, passion, leadership-oriented, creative light energy of Leo is really coming together with Venus and the Sun. The Sun rules our sense of identity, our expression, our personality. Venus rules partnerships, relationships, money, finances. She rules personal resources. Again, she rules blessings. She rules the divine feminine. So I feel like, there's something really positive happening just by those two coming together. And again, because they're still within range of connecting with Jupiter in a positive way, and Jupiter's just turned to direct motion last Sunday, I feel like whatever was happening or bubbling or being created or starting to, take form or shape last week is now maybe going to really show itself this week. And it all leads up to the full moon on Thursday. So Thursday the 15th, we have this full moon at 22 degrees of Aquarius. And of course, the moon is in Aquarius at 22 degrees. That means the sun is opposite that at 22 degrees. It's also opposing Venus, as Venus just connected with the sun yesterday on Wednesday, or I should say Wednesday the 14th. And it's also, this full moon is also opposing Mars, which is still in Leo. Now shortly we're going to have all these personal planets moving into Virgo. So utilize this Leo energy right now with the sun in Leo, Venus in Leo. We have Mars in Leo and Mercury is in Leo. All of these personal planets are in this creative, passionate, magnanimous, leadership-oriented fire sign. And with this full moon in Aquarius, full moons usually bring about a completion, and it does heighten our emotions so that people maybe get more emotional or more emotionally triggered, more easily emotionally triggered. But Aquarius is that energy of the humanitarian. Aquarius is that energy of our hopes, dreams, and wishes. It rules that part of the zodiac. It rules scientific discoveries. It rules the, strange, unusual, or unexpected. It rules all that wonderful service-oriented humanitarian energy. And that's one of the reasons why I picked the Druzy quartz too, because it just reminded me of that Aquarian energy where we have this full moon. So again, there might be something coming to a completion. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative. We could be coming to completion in a way of thinking or believing or acting or living. And maybe that completion phase is going to, and most certainly will eventually, always lead us to this positive new beginning. Sometimes it takes us a little bit of time as we're letting go, releasing, something's coming to an end or something's being completed. Sometimes we feel a sense of loss or that something's missing or being taken away. But in reality, it's leading us now to a time, a place, a feeling of this new beginning being able to start for us. So let's look at this full moon because, again, the sun connected with Venus the day before the full moon. Let's look at it in the most blessed and positive manner because I do feel like there's something good happening. Now on Friday, the day after the full moon, We do have Mercury in a challenging connection to Uranus. Now, Mercury rules our thoughts, our ideas, our belief systems. Again, it's in Leo, so it is really creative in Leo, creative ideas. It's really magnanimous and drama-oriented in Leo, so communications are more vibrant and more, what do I want to say, like dramatic, and people are really putting their energy and their passion into their thoughts and ideas and communications. Now, with it challenging Uranus, Uranus is the planet of the strange, unusual, unexpected, the lightning bolt of God source energy, universal energies, which is a good thing, but because it's a challenging square dynamic, people might speak before they think, because again, Mercury rules our thoughts and communications, and it's in that challenging aspect to the planet that doesn't really have a good filter. Uranus is like speaking without a filter. It just kind of speaks whatever comes through. And because Mercury is in Leo, that's a fixed sign, a stubborn sign, and Uranus is in Taurus, which is another fixed sign, another stubborn sign. So people might be very opinionated right now. They might be speaking their truth, but they might be trying to convince other people that their truth is the only truth or the right way. So we have to really kind of watch how we're communicating with others, or even how others are communicating to us, and not to have that knee-jerk reaction to just kind of come back and have some sort of a challenging disagreement or argument, if you will. Allow that energy to be used in the most positive way. Mercury, the mind; Uranus, the God mind, the higher mind. Allow it to bring forth a higher channeling of information from the universe. That would be the best use of this, especially after the full moon. The full moon is still active at this point because it's within that 24-hour to 48-hour window of time. And then on Sunday the 18th, Mars is now finally going to be leaving Leo and moving into Virgo, the sign of Virgo, which is an earth sign, and a mutable sign, which means changeable. Now, Mars is about energy, action, and forward movement. Virgo likes to pay attention to the details, have an organized plan, take things step by step, pay attention to the details. So again, we're now going to be transitioning into the Virgo energy. It's going to be later in this month of August to where the Sun and Venus and Mercury will all transition into Virgo eventually. But right now, the initiator of that switch is Mars. And again, because Mars likes to move forward, it's now moving forward in a very detailed, organized manner. It has a plan of action, and it's going to take things step by step and look at what needs to be done and take care of all of that with that Virgo energy. Okay, let's take a look at the messages from our angels and guides and see what we have here going on. So the first card, beautiful, the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful card. Aces are about new beginnings. The Pentacle suit is about our third dimensional earthly reality. So we're talking about money, finances, career, home and family dynamics, like where we live. It's all that third dimensional energy, tangible manifestation of what's going on in our lives that's happening here. So there's a new beginning, which is interesting because we have a full moon, and full moons are usually about completions, and new moons are usually about new beginnings. But here we have the new beginning here in the suit of money or finances, or again, manifestation of something abundant and blessed. And actually says abundance at the bottom of this card. And I think this is because the Sun and Venus are coming together. And as I was talking about Jupiter being the great planet of blessings and Venus being also a planet of blessings, I do feel like there's something good that's happening. Now, it might be something money related or financially related, but this can be blessings on many tangible, levels. This can be about a new job or a promotion, a new career, a new home, a new addition to the family. It can be a lot of different things, new projects that are going to help further who you are out in the world. So expand your vision about what abundance means in your life. And maybe it's abundance of positive, happy, joyous energy. Maybe it's abundance of travel, and you're going to be gifted or be able to go somewhere that's going to further again, your career path in some way, or allow you to be seen, or maybe even allow you to meet somebody new, even though this is much more on the tangible, personal resources side. Let's take a look at the next card here for the week. And the next card is the Nine of Wands. So the number 9, it's the last of the single digits, and therefore the number of completion. So, we started out with the Ace, which is about new beginnings on a tangible level, the Ace of Pentacles, and now we have the Nine of Wands. And the Wand suit is a fire suit. You can see that by the color of the card itself. It's fire, it's passion, it's the spiritual realm. So we're coming into some sort of completion, even though in the minor arcana cards of the tarot, we do have the number 10. Like after the Nine of Wands, we would have the 10 of Wands. But with the 9 being the last of the single digits, we're nearing something of completion here. And this is something of completion more on a spiritual or creative level, because it's the suit of Wands. Now, the word at the bottom says determination. And, again, with the full moon being in Aquarius, Aquarius is a fixed sign as well. Remember how I talked about Mercury being in Leo, and Leo's a fixed sign, and Uranus being in Taurus, and Taurus is a fixed sign. Well, Aquarius is one of the fixed signs as well. So here we have all this fixed energy, which is stubborn and determined and persevering and even patient. And this is, again, saying that we're nearing the completion of something on a spiritual or creative or passionate level, and we must stay determined to see it through. We must stay on course to be able to move to the next step, if you will. So this is so far a very wonderful message. Let's look at the last of the angel tarot cards here. Okay, the last one is Major Arcana number 18. And Major Arcana number 18 is the moon. And it says at the bottom, the angel of dreams. Now, I'm not even surprised to see Major Arcana of the moon, because we do have a full moon. And as I said, when we have full moons, it heightens people's emotional natures so that we can get more easily emotionally triggered. And sometimes it brings up subconscious fears or anxieties, which is also what the moon card is about. So it is a fact that, with this full moon this week, and with Mercury right after, the day after the full moon, challenging Uranus, it can definitely bring up some fears, some anxieties, some doubts within us about where we're going or what's happening in our lives. It usually brings up old subconscious patterns from this and previous lifetimes. This also sometimes can relate to the mother or the nurturing parent, but it is possible that there's something going on with the parent or, within the home and family, which the moon also rules, the home and family, that nurturing element with children, the nurturing element from parents or towards parents. But I'm feeling more like this is that energy within ourselves, that we're dealing with some subconscious patterns that we're needing to work out or understand or be aware of. And also, because it says the angel of dreams, I would also suggest to pay attention to any dreams that you might have. They might be healing dreams, dreams that are allowing us to work something out on the subconscious level and to heal something on the subconscious level as we're going through them. All right, so let's take a look at that. And we have a full moon here, obviously, in the background, a person sleeping. So I do think you want to pay attention to your dreams. Let's take a look at this bonus card from the Black Moon Astrology deck. And this is, again, because we have a full moon this week, I decided to pull this card. And this is number 49, and it says, Jupiter return benefits. Isn't that interesting? Because I was talking about Jupiter turning back to direct motion this past Sunday, so of last week's reading, Sunday. And Jupiter, again, is the planet of benefits, the planet of blessings, the planet of abundance and prosperity and expansion. The thing that we have to remember with Jupiter is because it's the planet of expansion, and it can expand us into these fears, doubts, and anxieties, which is, coming from this moon card, but it can also expand us into the positive if we keep our mind focused on the positive of abundance and prosperity and the manifestation of new blessings in our lives. So Jupiter does rule our belief system, so really kind of tune in to, am I thinking glass half full? Am I thinking glass half empty? Where are my belief systems about myself, my life? Do I think I can do this, accomplish this, change this, redirect this? Do you believe in yourself? And wherever it is you're at with that thinking process and that belief system process is where you're going to see the expansion and hopefully the benefits and blessings that are rolled into this week, that are possible this week. All right, so let's take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. So again, we're using that same Black Moon astrology deck, and we're going to give that a little shuffle. We're going to ask for whatever the message is for the persons, for the people that chose the seashell Druzy quartz, and this one's sticking up. And we have Venus, okay, Venus and love. So definitely Venus is highlighted for you this week, both astrologically for everybody, but also for those of you that chose the seashell. Venus rules love, relationships, partnerships of all kinds, whether business or romantic or friendship. It rules money, finances, and again, she is the planet of blessings, the lesser benefic. Lesser not because she's less than, but just lesser than Jupiter. Jupiter is the bigger planet, so he brings in the mighty blessings. Venus, though, also brings in the blessings. And here we have this beautiful Venus woman here. So, there's something about the divine feminine connection here with Venus this week, and really coming into that feminine power. And that feminine power comes from the unconditional love within us. So I say focus on the heart chakra. Focus on the heart chakra where the unconditional love comes from, where your healing powers, where your intuitive gifts come from, through that heart chakra, and allow that expand and grow. I feel like there's something about women empowerment this week too, just because of Venus and the Sun coming together. I feel like women power, feminine power, empowerment of women. So there might be out there across the planet, across the globe this week, something coming with groups of women empowering themselves in some way. I also get a message that you should get together with women of like mind. Maybe it's a friendship circle, maybe it's a support system circle with other women, other spiritual women that have similar belief systems. Maybe it's in person, maybe it's online. But I definitely say that women power here and blessings of abundance, prosperity, and possibly love is in the works for you this week. All right, let's take a look at the special message card for the people that chose the slate blue. Okay, so we're going to give this a little shuffle. Okay, and this one's calling my attention for the slate blue Druzy quartz people. And we have the 7th house and partners. That's interesting because Venus, that first card we pulled for the seashell people, rules the 7th house in the zodiac. Now we have the 7th house, which is the partnership house, the relationship house. It also is the house of legal proceedings. So if there is any legal action, if you're in some sort of court proceeding or dealing with a lawyer or mediators or anything like that, I feel like this is an indication that that's going to go well for you this week. But also, again, in relation to just it being about significant relationships with others, whether it be romantic partners, business partners, friendship or family connections, that is highlighted for you this week. So connect with others. Remember, the full moon is in Aquarius, and that really is a group dynamic, connecting with a group dynamic. The 7th house is more with connecting one-on-one. So you have kind of a double influence going on because of the full moon that's happening for everyone and your special message of the 7th house, connecting with a partner. I feel like some of you are needing to work out old situations or challenges maybe with your partner, again, romantic, business, or otherwise. And so this is a good week. I would say either in the very beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday, as the Sun and Venus are coming together, that's going to bode well for any communications or a loving kind of interaction with someone else. Or you might wait until the very end of the week, Sunday, when Mars is going into Virgo. I feel like the better time period is going to be the beginning of the week. You don't want to wait until the full moon or when Mercury is challenging Uranus, because it could be some challenging communications at that time, and people are in their shadow fears and anxieties around the full moon. So maybe do it Monday or Tuesday, or wait until Sunday or into next week as you're connecting with other people that maybe something needs to be worked out with. But definitely working with a team or connecting with those other people are going to bring also some benefits for you. Then for those of you that chose the star Druzy quartz, let's give this a little shuffle, asking for the message for the star Druzy quartz. This one's calling my attention. And we have the 11th house, friends, and that's interesting because Aquarius, where the full moon is, in the natural zodiac rules the 11th house, which is all about friends, hopes, dreams, wishes, groups of like-minded people. So there's definitely an influence here with that full moon in Aquarius based on that 11th house for you. This can be about a group or organization you work with or for, or again, a group of friends or like-minded people that you're in service to humanity or the world in some way, or in service to a community or group in some way. This can be about just connecting with friends, connecting with those that share a common ideal or goal, or that have similar belief systems as you, and doing something positive, doing something fun this week. Networking, that's also covered by the 11th house. Networking with other people, again, that share that common vision, that common goal. I get this feeling also, remember Aquarius is that higher God mind energy, and we have this person, this face kind of up here in the heavens, and so I feel like there's also a message of channeled information coming through that God mind energy. So maybe automatic writing, or doing a reading for yourself, or getting a reading from someone that you are guided to or trust, that may reveal some higher messages from higher dimensional, beings, or from your angels and guides that are pertinent to where you're going next or what's happening in your life. So I hope you've all liked this weekly angel card reading. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, sharing my videos, commenting on my videos, visiting my Facebook pages, and visiting my new and improved website. I love you all so much, and thank you so much for your support and your positive words, your kindness, and everything that you do as far as sending positive energy my way. So sending you, again, much love and light and many, many angel blessings.